Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Dr. Jonathan Prescott. Tonight we're diving into a topic that might surprise some of you: female ejaculation. Now you may ask, Doc, why are we talking about this on a men's health channel? The answer is straightforward. Understanding women's sexual experiences is not just a matter of curiosity. It's a cornerstone of intimacy and connection, especially for men over 60. When you know what she feels, what excites her, and even what surprises her, you become a better partner. That knowledge can enrich your relationship, boost confidence, and even positively influence your own sexual health and emotional well-being. Many men over 60 find that as their own bodies change, so do the dynamics in their relationships. Knowing about female ejaculation, its mechanisms, and the sensations associated with it allows you to navigate intimacy with empathy and skill. It's not about performance pressure. It's about understanding, communication, and shared pleasure. When you comprehend her experience, you also understand yourself better. You see how hormonal changes, circulation, and pelvic floor strength affect both of you, and you gain tools to enhance sexual satisfaction for both partners. Before we dive into the science, here's a small request. If you appreciate this honest, no-nonsense conversation, hit that like button. Think of it as a nod to yourself, a sign that you value knowledge, health, and the kind of intimacy that lasts a lifetime. Every click is a small victory, a gesture of support for a man committed to being informed and attentive. And with every like, I wish you steady mornings full of energy, evenings rich with calm confidence, and the satisfaction that comes from truly understanding your partner and yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, so you never miss insights that matter to men like us. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read each one and often integrate them into future discussions. This is your space to be informed, to share, and to engage, because knowledge and connection are powerful tools for living fully at any age. Tonight, let's approach this topic with curiosity, respect, and a desire to understand, not just the act, but the feelings, the physiology, and the shared experiences that make intimacy meaningful. Gentlemen, let's break it down clearly. Squirting, or female ejaculation, is the release of fluid from the urethra during sexual arousal or orgasm in some women. Think of it as a natural physiological response, one that doesn't happen for everyone, but when it does, it can be quite powerful. Anatomically, the female urethra is a small tube carrying urine from the bladder to the outside. Surrounding this tube are the Skene's glands, sometimes called the female prostate because they share embryological roots with the male prostate. During sexual arousal, these glands fill with fluid, and when pelvic floor muscles contract during orgasm, the fluid is expelled. The amount varies, sometimes a small release, other times a more forceful gush. It's important to note that the fluid is typically clear or slightly milky and contains components similar to male prostate fluid, including PSA, prostate-specific antigen. This distinguishes it from urine, even if some dilution may occur. Understanding this mechanism is not just biology. It helps men over 60 appreciate the complexity of female pleasure, which in turn strengthens intimacy, communication, and emotional connection. Knowing the anatomy and physiology gives perspective. It reduces misconceptions, eases embarrassment, and fosters respect for what your partner experiences. For men, this understanding can enhance confidence in the bedroom and in relationships overall. If you're following along, take a moment to reflect. Understanding her body is part of caring for your own relationship health. And if this explanation resonates, hit the like button, drop a comment with your thoughts or questions, and subscribe to keep receiving insights that truly matter for men navigating intimacy after 60. Gentlemen, in this segment, I want to respond to some questions that frequently come up from viewers. These range from genuine curiosity to a bit of skepticism, and each provides insight into how men think about female ejaculation. Let's dive in. Question 1. Doc, is squirting just urine? This is a common concern. While the fluid may occasionally contain traces of diluted urine, it primarily originates from the Skene's glands, which are homologous to the male prostate. It's a completely natural physiological process, not something to be embarrassed about. Question 2. I've never experienced this with my partner. Does it mean something is wrong? Absolutely not. Female ejaculation varies widely and many women never experience it. Absence of squirting does not indicate a problem with her sexual function or with your intimacy. Understanding this helps you approach sex with less pressure and more awareness. Question 3. Why does porn make it look fake? Adult media often exaggerates or dramatizes sexual experiences for visual effect. Real-life physiology rarely matches what's portrayed on screen. This is a reminder that authentic intimacy is not about reproducing fantasy, it's about connection and communication. Question 4. Doc, it seems like you're just making excuses for women peeing in bed. Chuckle's science has clear answers. Research shows the fluid contains PSA and other glandular markers distinct from urine. This is a physiological process, not a bathroom mishap, and knowing this can remove unnecessary shame or misunderstanding. Question 5. My partner squirts but feels embarrassed. How should I respond? Reassurance is key. Normalize the experience, communicate openly, and show acceptance. This encourages her confidence, strengthens trust, and allows intimacy to feel safe and enjoyable. Question 6. Can understanding this improve my own intimacy? Yes. Awareness of her experience enhances empathy and allows you to respond appropriately, strengthening emotional and physical connection. Being informed helps navigate sexual dynamics with patience and respect, particularly as both partners age. Gentlemen, these questions highlight a recurring theme: curiosity and concern about female sexual response. As I encourage you to reflect on your own questions or uncertainties and hold onto them, because in the next section, we'll delve deeper into what women actually feel when they squirt, exploring the emotional, psychological, and physiological dimensions. Keep those questions in mind and let's continue. Gentlemen, now that we've clarified the mechanics, let's turn to the subjective experience. How do women actually feel when they squirt? A Swedish study provides illuminating insights. Researchers interviewed 28 women who identified as squirters to explore the emotional and psychological dimensions of this phenomenon, and 3 clear themes emerged. The first group expressed astonishment, pride, and a sense of sexual superpower. Many described squirting as a discovery of new capabilities, a powerful awakening of sexual self-awareness. Some actively practiced through workshops or books or with partners focused on facilitating the experience. Others realized they had squirted before but never paid attention until intentionally exploring it. These women often felt unique, special, even empowered. For men, understanding this is crucial. Recognizing her pride and excitement allows you to respond with encouragement and admiration, enhancing intimacy and trust. The second group reported indifference or disconnection from orgasmic sensation. For these women, squirting sometimes occurred without accompanying sexual pleasure. They only noticed it after the fact, such as seeing wetness. This illustrates that intimacy isn't always about dramatic expression or performance. It can be a quieter, more nuanced interaction. For men over 60, this insight encourages patience and attentiveness rather than focusing on spectacle or validation. The third group felt discomfort, embarrassment, or confusion. Some found squirting messy or inconvenient, while others worried it was accidental urination. Cultural norms, societal expectations, and partner reactions strongly influence these feelings. For men, the lesson is clear. reassurance, normalization, and open communication can alleviate anxiety and build confidence. Creating a safe, non-judgmental environment allows intimacy to flourish. Understanding these experiences benefits men as much as women. In our 60s, relationships evolve and sexual dynamics shift. Awareness of her possible reactions, pride, indifference, or embarrassment equips you to navigate intimacy with empathy and insight. You can respond thoughtfully, foster emotional connection, and strengthen your bond. Gentlemen, the takeaway is simple. Squirting, like any sexual response, is diverse. Your awareness and understanding can transform curiosity into care and care into deeper connection, mutual respect, and satisfaction. And keep your questions in mind, because the next section will examine the differences between ejaculation and squirting, providing clarity on a topic often misunderstood. Gentlemen, it's important to distinguish between female ejaculation and squirting, as they are often confused. Female ejaculation typically involves a small amount of milky fluid released specifically from the skin's glands. It's precise, concentrated, and usually accompanies orgasm. Squirting, on the other hand, can involve a larger volume of clear or slightly diluted fluid expelled from the urethra during sexual arousal or orgasm. While some fluid may contain traces of urine, research shows it primarily comes from glandular secretions. Understanding this distinction helps men appreciate the physiological nuances of female sexual response, reducing misconceptions and fostering informed, empathetic intimacy. Gentlemen, to wrap up, the key takeaway is simple. Female ejaculation and squirting are natural variations of sexual response. Some women experience them, others do not, and neither scenario reflects better or worse sexual health. What truly matters is understanding, empathy, and shared intimacy. For men over 60, knowing these dynamics can strengthen your connection, deepen trust, and enhance pleasure for both partners. Remember, a curiosity paired with respect is a sign of strength, not weakness. If you found this discussion enlightening, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't hesitate to explore further questions. Your engagement shapes meaningful conversations and understanding for years to come.